So right now, still no suspect in the desperate search for Nancy Guthrie after police released a man they were questioning overnight.
Did they indicate that you might have been on her property? You're not sure?
Nah, they just came up. They until right now, all I know is that they show my in-law a picture of somebody wearing a mask or something, and they supposedly look like my eyes.
So that picture that he's referring to, likely the chilling image released by the FBI of an armed and masked man outside of Nancy's door the night she vanished. Lieutenant Randy Sutton, retired, served 24 years with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and he joins us live outside the Pima County Sheriff's Office in Tucson. Lieutenant, thanks so much for joining the program. I guess, what are your top-line thoughts? Now we have an image. It's a really good image. We didn't expect to get something like this, but it seems to be a major break in this case.
Oh, it absolutely is a major break in this case. As you said, we had some inertia for several days in this investigation, and then suddenly, with the release of this chilling video yesterday from the FBI, then everything broke at one time. Now, this generated there was a major decision made to release this video. The investigators originally showed it to the family to see if they might recognize this individual from their memory. When they did not, then the decision was made, and I can assure you it was not made lightly, to release this to the public. And the reason for that is because they really needed to cast a wide net. And the unfortunate reality is that when you do something like this, there will be hundreds, if not thousands, of tips called in. And that requires investigating each and every one of them. So apparently, one of these tips led to what later law enforcement did at this individual's residence. They took him into custody, they questioned him, and then they released him. But this is a harsh reality of law enforcement. Sometimes you have to take investigative risks.
Yeah, and it looks like it was the FBI that took that risk. They seem to be the ones that are leading, at least when it comes from the technology standpoint. But there was some resistance early on to involve them based on some of the reporting we're getting.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate reality as well, that when this investigation first began, it, of course, came in as a missing persons, but quickly it developed into a criminal investigation. Now, when you have such a high-profile investigation as this, with an 84-year-old person that evidence was found at the scene, such as blood evidence, which would create a much higher degree of intensity. At that time, the FBI should have been brought into the case because they have the most incredible forensic abilities, digital capabilities, far more than local and state and county law enforcement does, and they utilize it very, very well. So I believe it was an error in judgment to withhold bringing them in earlier in the case, and I think that we're seeing the results of that, unfortunately, right now.
I only got about 30 seconds, Randy, but were you surprised once we saw the footage of the suspect in this case, how sloppy he was? Because it seemed like we didn't get a lot of evidence. Now we got this video. It took some time to get there. But when you look at his posture, when you look at the way he's carrying his gun, when you look at the face mask and the gloves, and that he wasn't prepared to face that camera and has to pick up some of the brush, what do you make of that?
Yeah, there's a dichotomy here. First of all, you can tell that he prepared for this, but he certainly didn't prepare very well. If he had done the recon on the property, if he knew it that well, then he would have known about the surveillance camera in the doorbell and brought something with him to block that. He didn't. But you can also tell this, and this is troubling, because he was taking his time.
Yes.
That tells me that he wasn't worried about being caught or even alerting the person inside the home. That's what those security cameras would do. And he was very, very nonchalant. And more troubling is what was in that knapsack and why was he in that home for so long? My thoughts go to this horrific image and Mrs. Guthrie facing this creature in her home. I just can't imagine the horror of it.
That's why we got to get her home as soon as possible. So if you have any information, flood that FBI tip line. Let them sort through it, and hopefully we can get her home today. Randy, thanks so much for joining the program.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.